Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol RKT, Rocket Companies Inc. Before I jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first time viewers and investors, and welcome back to all my subscribers. Let's go ahead and look at what this chart has to offer us. The first thing is, we're seeing clearly that the bulls reappeared after this bearish run that this stock has had, back and forth, tug of war here. The bulls were able to finally cross through the 50-day moving average and stay slightly above it. They broke through resistance and leveled off above it. So very, very great run here for the bulls. And let's go ahead and zoom this in very close here to our resistance levels and new supports. And we're going to see what is important for tomorrow. So the first thing is the resistance level is slightly above the 50-day, the support level is slightly above the 50-day moving average, and our resistance level are actually not just the 2393, but also this highest point, and I'll explain that in just a second. So this leveled off and closed out at 2376. If the bulls want to continue this run, obviously they need to stay above 2342. That's the 50-day moving average. As long as the bulls are above it, they're in control. If they break through it, that means that the bears have gained leverage and they will start to work their way to gaining control. But for the bulls to maintain control and stay above 2342, they're going to want to break through the first level of resistance, and that's 2393. They need to turn that into support, and they need to start to work their way up to newer highs. Now, if they're able to break through 2393 and turn that into support, their most important resistance level right now is 2415. The reason why is because it's the highest point this stock reached in this bullish run, and if they're able to break through 2415, this will move further away from the 50-day moving average of 2342 in an upward direction and start to test new resistance levels and new levels of resistance and of highs for this stock. Now on the other end, we have the support level. The support level is 2345. If 2345 gets broken through, that's a very close stretch to the 50-day moving average of 2342. And the bears, ideally, are going to want to break through the 50-day moving average more than this support. And by doing that, they broke through support, they broke through the 50-day moving average, and they're going to be now in bearish territory, and they're going to be on their way down to newer lows. So I highly recommend paying very close attention to this stock if it starts to work its way down closer to support and also close to the 50-day moving average, because the next support after that is way down here, which is literally the lowest point before this bullish run. So that's a very long stretch here to wait towards, because that's very deep in bearish territory below the 50-day moving average. So 2345, I want to emphasize how important it is to pay close attention to that number and not literally brush it off and say, oh, it's just a support and we'll see what happens. No, I'd pay very close attention. I want to emphasize it once again. What goes on if it breaks through 2345, and how quickly is it working its way down to newer lows? Because it will by default be in bearish territory if it breaks through the 50-day moving average and starts to work its way lower than the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. Now, if it slightly touches it and the bulls reappear, then the bulls use it as support, and then you want to really pay close attention to the resistance level, 2393, and see if that finally gets broken through, and you can start to see if they can turn that into support and the bulls start to work their way up in an upward direction further away from the 50-day moving average. But this support is very, very important. It's a very close stretch for the bears to reappear after the bulls doing all this hard work to slightly level off and then lose it fairly quickly and get into bearish territory again. Hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. If you feel inclined and encouraged to subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell so that you guys can turn on all notifications to not miss a single video. Share us with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button. And at the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video. It's a great video. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I highly encourage you guys to check it out. I don't want you to miss out on all the information that I share in that video, in that series that I've been doing weekly. So check it out. If you have the time, I encourage you to. And if you feel inclined to, definitely click it so that you don't miss out on the great information I'm sharing in that video as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.